Good morning. This is a quick demonstration of a very easy planting and watering system. If you are lazy, like I am, but like plants, like I do, you're probably spend a good hour or so a week just watering plants. Not so if you have something like this. It's ugly, at least in its current form, but very effective. I'm going to show you how to do it using a cut 1 liter or 2 liter plastic bottle. For you Russians out there, you'll recognize kvass. This particular model of bottle is quite nice because it has a rim around it so that it's makes for a nice snug fit, and as well you can see that there's plenty of space between this and the bottom for the reservoir. So let's go ahead and take those two pieces apart. What we're going to do is we're going to take this old rag that I cut into a strip. I'm going to ball it up in the middle, and it doesn't have to be scientific in any particular way. Ball it up, make sure it's nice and relatively tight. Ball that up and then shove that part down into here so that this is acting as a barrier of sorts. You can see it right in there, the string, and then it's hanging in the water, or where the water will be soon. Put it in, and you can see that the wick itself is now in the reservoir. All we need now is the dirt and the plant. Let's do that now. So this is my spider. It's been rooting for some time now. I planted this way back in, gosh, I don't remember when. But you can see it's got quite the root ball there, and I'm going to go ahead and just put it right in. A little bit of dirt that I've got prepared here, just a little bit, and shove that in. Now you want to make sure you get enough dirt in there. Dirt, in effect, is not much more than a sponge. The idea that plants get most of their nutrients from soil is very old and partially true. The real strength of a very effective and very healthy plant, in fact, is to make sure that the roots get lots of oxygen. Now, you can get that kind of oxygen with lots of molecular activity. I'm going to get a spoon here. Lots of molecular bioorganism activity that will produce oxygen through basically the breakdown and eating and digesting of organic material by microorganisms in the soil, and that produces oxygen. Plants, of course, need some nitrogen and etc. But for the most part, what you're seeing up at the top here comes from the air. That is condensed carbon dioxide, something that very few science teachers emphasize. And let's pull that back a little bit. And now you can see that I didn't fill it all the way with dirt, because when you do that, you create a problem with watering. Now, the idea, of course, is to minimize our problems with water and minimize the number of times you have to water. Now, for those purists out there, you're going to say, well, there's not much oxygen getting into the water reservoir, and you're right. But this is not a perfect system. It's just pretty good. Perfection escapes even the most talented of us. So you can see that I've got the dirt in, got the plant in, and now I'm going to put some water in. If you can, try to use filtered water, because especially with the spiders, you'll get yellowing at the tips. and I don't have a sample of that here because well, actually you can see a little bit of yellowing here, but I think that's just age. And now, down at the bottom, let's zoom in here, and you can see, hopefully, if it focuses. It's not focusing, so you're not going to see it. So let's bring it up, and maybe you can see that there's some water building up down at the bottom. So the water I just poured in the top is now draining through. So I don't have to worry so much about watering this plant anymore, because the water that the plant needs will be wicked up from the reservoir down here at the bottom. So that's the long and short of it. It's an easy way to create a watering system for your plants. You can buy similar structures at your favorite gardening store, but the results are quite impressive. Of course, these plants like lots of light and lots of water, and we have other examples here in the house, in the apartment rather, and it's easy. Took us less than 6 minutes, and good luck. If you do the same, post your videos. Thanks.